our moderator, the Reverend David Bruce, has launched an appeal for the Ukraine crisis. In response to the ongoing devastating war in Ukraine and the exodus of people from the country, the Reverend Bruce has launched this appeal, an appeal towards the emergency relief effort to help people in Ukraine and those fleeing the conflict. He calls on all Presbyterian Church of Ireland members to consider their response to this humanitarian emergency. Dr. Bruce said, writing to us all, further to my announcement last week calling for congregations to pray for the situation in Ukraine, tragically the bombardment of Ukraine and its people by President Putin's forces have continued, and the fear and suffering of people living in the country has increased each day. The United Nations now estimates more than 1 million people have fled the country due to the war so far, and many more are expected to follow. The moderator has launched a special appeal towards this emergency relief effort to help the people there. Presbyterian Church in Ireland is immediately releasing £60,000 to be distributed to Christian Aid, Tear Fund and the Hungarian Reformed Church Aid. The Hungarian Reformed Church Aid provides humanitarian aid to Ukraine, as well as aid, medical help and practical assistance to refugees that are crossing the border into Hungary. Christian Aid, that's Christian Aid Ireland, and Tear Fund, they are working with local partners in neighbouring countries including Hungary, Slovakia and Moldova, and they hope to work inside Ukraine as and when circumstances allow. We are called to pray for an immediate ceasefire and an end to war. And we're called to pray for all who are affected by the war, pray for the Christian community in Ukraine, and we are also called to remember all who have recently fled, and that's hundreds of thousands, and those who are fleeing due to the war in Ukraine.